afford to pay 3 down payments.
Right.
You know.
No, I understand. It's really hard when you don't got good credit, and especially that's what, you know what? You hit the head right on the nail, because that's exactly why we don't have good credit. My husband was going to Art Institute. He went to TCI. He went to Hostas, and he owns so much in student loans that now he's 46 years old. He's swamped in debt, and it's really hard because Art Institute is a really good school. It's expensive. He was paying that out of pocket. So my husband worked for Manhattan Community College, the Tribeca Film Festival. He used to set up for that. And now he sets up for the Met Gala. He works for Frost Productions, but he makes sometimes he'll make $37 an hour in overtime, and then on a regular $30 an hour. And we have almost $7,000 saved, but people don't care. You can give them all that. Unless you know somebody, you can give them all that cash, and it doesn't matter. They're not going to rent you.
Get apartments for you though, cause
really?
The guy
Give me some tips, man.
The guy I had, I paid him $7,500. And that's not
in cash.
In cash, yeah.
Wow.
$7,500 to get the apartment. Mind you, my apartment down payment, you only have to put 1 down payment and the first month.
Oh, okay.
So he probably basically charged me $4,500 extra. But he got me my apartment, so.
Right. Yes. Are you still there, if you don't mind me asking?
Am I still living in that apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have 7 months, but I'm moving though.
Oh, okay.
During that time, I just try to fix my credit.
Yes.
Your husband should just file for bankruptcy. Because he filed for bankruptcy 5 months after he files for that.
Right.
All those loans that he has, they'll go away, and his credit will start at 0. So he'll make
really?
Yeah.
I don't know why he doesn't know about that. See, you know what? I'm going to tell you something.
He's got to go to an accountant who knows all these things.
Right.
But I know, let's say you're in debt, right?
Yeah.
You can file for bankruptcy. After you file for bankruptcy, you wait 5 months.
Right.
And you apply for a standard credit card to build your credit.
Oh, okay.
So you'll start at a credit of 640.
Right.
It's not the best credit, but it's better than having nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to lie to you. I'm just recording what you're saying so he can hear you, because if you don't, because I don't want you to think I'm being sneaky, and I'm not a sneaky person.
You just really, like I said, you gotta go to an accountant, even if you gotta pay them $100, they'll fix that for you,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really good advice, because I tell you something, I was out on the street for years and years. I have a really long story, so some tragic stuff happened to me that I wound up in the street. So that's why I don't know about stuff like that. I just been off the street for the past 8 years getting my life back together. So, yeah, I was in a documentary called Faces of Addiction by Chris Arnade about, the girls in Hunts Point and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I survived out there. And,
You never try applying for an apartment?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have, I've had 1 credit card in my life.
No, I'm saying, to a housing apartment.
Oh, you mean us in general?
Yeah.
Yes.
They never called you?
Nope. And ironically, they called his brother, who doesn't have any kids, and he won the lottery. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's random though,
Yeah, he won and now he lives in this. I'm happy for everybody who gets a place to live. I am not a hater like that. But he got this beautiful apartment building in Queens with a pool on top of the building. And we've been stuck in the freaking shelter for 2 years. We have all this money saved, and they're giving us a runaround because he makes all this money. And it's they're trying to use that against him. It's we keep telling him it's not about the money. We can afford, at least, you don't mind if I roll down the window, right? I was we can at least afford $1,500 a month. But, people, like I said, it's the credit. So I'm going to tell him, I'm going to show him this if you don't mind.
No, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, but I've applied, I applied since I was 21. I'm 25 now.
Are you really? You look so young. You look even younger than 25. You're my son's age. My son's going to be 23. Yes.
Yeah. So, I've applied 4 years ago, basically, and I've never got called. And I met someone who applied, and he got called in 3 months.
Yeah?
And mind you, he used to live with his parents. I live in an apartment where I pay $1,700 in rent.
Wow.
So, the way they have it is, they don't help you. That's the reality of it.
They don't, right?
They don't help you. So like, you end up in situations for the fact that people who actually need help don't get help.
I know, it's crazy how the world works like that.
Don't get me wrong, though. I'm not mad that my friend got it. Like, I'm happy for him.
Yes, yes, me too. I can see it. I can see it.
The way they scan it, it's like the way they scan the lottery out.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. You know?
Right, right.
Like last year, like every year, I apply to every other building that comes up, or like every 2-3 months I check it out.
Right.
Because you can apply online nowadays, and like I keep and apply, and every time I update like my income or stuff like that. So in this, you make a lot of money, but after deductions, you don't make that much money how it seems. You know, like you make about 60% of whatever money you make. That's how it.
That ain't nothing these days, right or wrong. It's hard to survive.
And then
it is.
Sometimes you fall into, let's say,
debt too, like just because of that.
Like the way the brackets work is like, if you make, you can apply for these apartments. Like I applied for these apartments and I never got called.
These are basically pretty much brand new.
Yeah, those are brand new.
Are they co-ops? What's the deal with them?
They're housing apartments.
New York City Housing Authority?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're not projects though, but...
Right. They just fall under the category of New York City Housing Authority. NYCHA, right?
Yeah. And I never got called for those.
Wow.
You know, like, the way it works is just... I don't know.
I feel that they should really check someone's background more than just credit. I think that they should give people a chance to better their lives and give them, you know, a chance to, like you said, if you pay a couple of months in advance, then they should give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? I understand people don't want to invest their time in people they're not sure is going to pay the rent. But on the other hand, there are people with children that are really trying to do the right thing, and they were caught in a rock and a hard place, like with us. And you know, living in that shelter is not easy. I mean, they don't fix nothing in there. It's horrible. But you know what? Listen, I lived outside, so for me, it's like luxury. But it's not good enough for my son. That's the point. And I want my cat to have shelter. I feel bad. We had 2 cats. Some lady randomly just like took my cat in, and I'm glad she did it. But at the same time, she didn't ask us, and we rescued both of them. Both of them were rescued, so it broke my heart because that was his brother, and now he has a wife now, but he's kind of out there on his own, and it's sad. We try to spend as much time with him as we can. Like, I'll sit in the truck with him sometimes to comfort him because, you know, I feel bad, you know. Like, I don't believe that animals should suffer because of displacement. You know, it happens some people abandon their animals because of that.
But don't the shelters look for apartments for you too, or no?
Yes, everybody else and their mother are getting apartments, but that's what this guy, he was there for 1 year. He was next door to us. Single father with 2 kids. They got him a place like this. Like, he was only there a year. We're there over 2 years, but he didn't have a job. See, this is the catch. Like, if you have like nothing, you get a place faster. But if you have a decent job, they look at you like, why are you in the shelter? They think that something is not right. So it doesn't make sense. Like, so people like single mothers and single fathers that are in the shelter that don't have jobs, that just basically, you know, are on SSI or whatever. I'm on disability, but Tito has a good job. If I was there by myself, I probably would have got a place already. It just doesn't make sense. They should be glad that he has a job. Like, isn't that productivity?
Like, if they get you an apartment, then you'll sit there and actually pay for your apartment.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that actually makes sense.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. A lot of them have like control issues, so I don't know. It seems like they like to control the fact that whether you're in there or not with certain people, it just seems that way. I hope that's not the case, because that's crazy. But if we don't get out of there soon, like we have an appointment soon, if that fails, then I'm just going to have to go to like the senator's office and talk to them about it and say, look, this is the situation. We have money, we have bad credit. And like what you said, I'm going to tell Tito all about what you said and show him, you know, what you said.
As long as, like I said, if he goes to a person who does taxes,
right,
and he explains to them, listen, I have this and this and that, they're gonna tell him to just do a bankruptcy. You know, like unless he's making a lot of money, like making over like 70, 80 G's.
Right.
You know, they're just gonna tell him like, we think this is better for you because you can't pay for this. You're trying to move. You're trying to do this. You're trying to do that. They'll suggest that. You know, that's what he should do. Because at most, like to rebuild his credit, the longest it's gonna take him is like a year. You know.
Really? Wow,
Like,
I don't know why he don't know, because like he lived like a regular life. It's like me, I can understand why I don't know about this stuff, but for him, like I don't know why he knows about bankruptcy. I don't think he knew that I think he thinks that only rich people could file for bankruptcy.
No.
Oh, okay, you're very smart.
It sounds, yeah. I mean, anyone who doesn't get informed about it, right? Like growing up, like my parents. Like, there was a lot of things that my dad could have, because I grew up with my dad. My mom used to live in DR. So, like, growing up, there was a bunch of things that my dad could have got, right? But he never got them because he never got informed about it. You know? Like, how was my dad going to know? Like, he doesn't even speak English.
Yes, I understand.
You know? Like,
wow.
So that's why you have to, like, sometimes just pay attention and
go
out things to learn about that.
Yes, absolutely. And now with the internet, there's kind of like no excuse. So we're definitely going to check that out. Thank you so much for your advice. I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. The baby's sleeping now. Look at that. Yes, my baby. My baby, my baby.